So this is block 21, lesson 1, number patterns. See this example. Find the missing value in the table. Write the rule for the pattern. Now we're just going to understand. Don't write anything. Listen to me, and if you have any questions, you can ask me at the end of my explanation. Yeah, both of you disable your mic for now. Yeah. So in this table, you can see two headings, terms and pattern. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, 10th term, 15th term. And the first term is 3. The first term of the pattern is 3. The second term of the pattern is 6. The third term of the pattern is 11. The fourth term of the pattern is 18. With this information, you have to find the fifth term of the pattern, the 10th term of the pattern, and the 15th term of the pattern. So it's just based on observation. It's just based on observation. Now 3 becomes 6. So sometimes it is multiplied by a fixed value. Sometimes a fixed value is added, subtracted. So you have to use all the mathematical operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division. You should also use exponents, like maybe 3 squared is the next term, which is 9. So you should think of everything, all the mathematical operations and exponents. So now here 3 becomes 6. That means plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And 6 becomes 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 becomes 18. 11 plus 7 is 18. So what do we observe? 3,
Ma'am,
5,
it is
7.
increasing in odd numbers from starting from 3.
Correct. Yes. So the next one will be, so plus 3, plus 5, plus 7. So the next one will be plus 9, right? The fifth term. The fifth term will be
27.
27. 18 plus 9, 27. 3 becomes 6. How? 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 becomes 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 becomes 18. 11 plus 7 is 18. So going by this pattern, plus 3, plus 5, plus 7, odd numbers. So plus 9, 27. So the fifth term is 27. The fifth term is 27. Therefore, the fifth term of the pattern is 27. Now let's write the rule for the pattern, and then using the rule, we'll find the for 10th term and the 15th term. Using the rule, we'll find the 10th term and the 15th term. So what will be the rule? What will be the rule for this pattern?
Ma'am,
Yes, both of you have learned it in school, no?
Ma'am, the 10th term would be plus 19 from 27.
Okay, so you're calculating. Okay, fine. Let's proceed then. This is the fifth term, right? This is the first term. This is the second term. This is the third term. This is the fourth term. So this is the fifth term. So we'll continue. Okay. So the fifth term is 27. Let's continue from 27. So 27 is the fifth term. So it'll be plus 11, right?
11.
27 plus 11. It's 38. This is the sixth term. Then 38 plus
38 plus 13.
Plus 13. How much is that?
Ma'am, 51.
51 is the 7th term. Then plus
15.
how much is that?
66.
This is the 8th term. Plus
17.
17. And that's the
That's ma'am 83.
80.
83. 83.
Yeah.
83.
Yeah, now both of you proceed because I'm not able to hear from Harini. Continue, go on like this till the 15th term and find out the 15th term.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you don't have to copy the question. This is just rough work. You will do the classwork later. I'll share the images. You can do the classwork later. Now just do it in a rough book. Or your tuition notebook, roughly you do it. Just continue
I'll
like
do
this.
it in the...
Whichever book, okay. All that we'll not discuss. Any book. Go on till the 15th term and tell me.
Ma'am, till which
15th till 15th term. 1-5.
Ma'am, I found the 10th and 15th term.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Harini also. Harini, finish it and let me know. Done, Harini?
Ma'am, I'm going to find the 15th one, ma'am.
Yeah, darling. Finish and tell me. Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, finished, ma'am.
Yeah. So tell me.
Ma'am, the 10th term is 123 and the 15th term is 227.
Okay. Continue, Harini. After 83. 83 is the 9th term.
Yes, yes.
Then plus
10
What should you add? Plus
19, ma'am.
19. Very good. What's the answer? Okay, I'll not disturb you. If you have a doubt, you ask me, Harini, because I think you have some problem with the mic. I'll ask Navneet to continue. Yeah, 83 plus 9. Yes, Harini.
Ma'am,
102, ma'am.
1,
02.
102.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next.
Next, 21, ma'am.
Very good.
1, 2, 3.
123. This is
Yes.
the 11th term. Yeah, then
21, ma'am. 23, ma'am.
yeah. What do you get?
Ma'am, I got 146. Is it correct, ma'am?
Yeah, 146. Correct.
Yes.
This is the 12th term.
Yes.
Then to get the 13th term, you should add?
25, ma'am.
Yeah.
171.
171. This is the
Yes.
13th term.
Yes.
Yeah, then plus 27.
Plus 27 and plus 198.
Correct. This is the 14th term. Then when you add 29, you get the 15th term. But see, it's so tedious. Now, if you have to find some 100th term, we cannot do this method. So we have to find a rule for this pattern.
ma'am, I did like I stayed in 1 or 2. I found the 10th term and I added it by 21, 23, 25, 27 and 29 and I got 227.
Yeah, correct. Instead of adding and finding this answer, you directly added only 21, 23, 25, 27, 29
Yes.
and got it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the final answer? So now we are getting the 15th term. What is it?
And 31, ma'am.
No. What's the 15th term now when you add 198 plus 21, 29, 227? This is the 15th term.
Yes, ma'am, I got that.
Yeah, the 15th term is 227. So we are able to fill the fifth term. The fifth term is 27. The 10th term is 102. And the 15th term is 227. But now you see that it's so tedious. It's time consuming. Now supposing we have to find the 500th term of this pattern. It's going to take such a long time. So what is the rule for this pattern? So whenever you're given a question like this, you need to find the rule so that you can find any term of this pattern. So we'll try to understand this in a different way. On the face of it, this is how we understand. +3, +5, +7, +9. But this is not possible because it's so tedious. So now let's understand the pattern in a different way. Well, how else can you see the pattern? Three, 6, 11, 18. All right. Now, what is the rule? Now, you should try to using the position of the number, see the number, the first term is 3. In the first position, we have 3. In the second position, we have 6. In the third position, we have 11. So you should somehow try to connect the position, the first term and this number, the second term and this number. You should try to connect the second term, meaning that number 2 and the answer 6. The third term, the number 3 and this answer 11. The fourth term. So you should try to connect this number 4 and this answer 18. So this one you'll only get by practice. So maybe when we finish this lesson, you will understand better. So the rule here is, the rule for the pattern is, you can, using this number 1, supposing I square 1, I told you should also think of exponents when I started. If you square 1, what is 1 square? 1. But what's the answer? 3. So you should do plus 2 to get 3. Connect the position and the answer. The position is the first term. 1 is the position. The number is 3. Second, 2 is the position. The answer is 6. Connect the position and the answer. So see here, in the first position, so I'm just squaring 1. What is the answer? I get 1. But the number in the pattern is 3. So 1 plus 2, 3. Try the second one. 2 square. What do you get? 4. But it is 6. So plus 2, 6. 3 square, 9. Plus 2, 11. 4 square, 16. Plus 2, 18. So this is how it is working. So the rule for this pattern is n square, n square. You can even say x square. Normally we use n. You can say a square, b square, x, x square, n square, y square, whatever. Normally, to write a rule for the pattern, we use the variable n. So what is n? This one is n. These are n. These are the values for n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the values for n. What is n? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are the values for n. So what are you doing with n? You squared it, n square. And then what did you do? Plus 2. So n square plus 2 is the rule for this pattern. See, I told you what is n? Natural numbers. N means natural numbers. N here stands for, see, you can use x also, I told you. So n is the counting numbers from 1, first position, second position, third position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These will be the values for n. 1 means first position, 2 is the second position, 3 is the third position, and so on. So what did you do with the position? First position. What did you do? You squared it. What's the answer? You got 1. But what is the answer? 3. So you should do plus 2 to get 3. Then second position, 2. You square it. You get 4. But the answer is 6. So you should add 2. So what you've been doing is n square. Sometimes it can be n cubed also. N cubed plus 2 or n cubed minus 2. So here it is n square. You square n and add 2. This is the rule for the pattern. Understand, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll just share the images. Next one. So that was example from lesson 1. Only one example. These are the practice questions. Lesson 1 practice questions. What would be the next 2 terms in the pattern?
Ma'am, 26 and 29 and 128 and 256.
You already worked it, is it, with your textbook, Navneet?
No, ma'am, I know the answers. I understand the pattern already.
Okay. All right. So here what do we see? 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 2. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 3, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. 17 plus 3, 20. 20 plus 3, 23. So 23 plus 3, 26. And 26 plus 3, 29. The question is, what would be the next two terms in the pattern? You don't have to write the rule, but we'll also understand the rule. We'll also understand how to write the rule for this. So the missing terms are 26 and 29. How do we get the term? By adding 3 to the preceding term. To the previous term, you should add 3. So 23 plus 3, 26, and 26 plus 3, 29. In the same way here. Yeah, Harini?
Ma'am, they are using rule, ma'am.
No, I'm asking for B. 4 becomes 8. 8 becomes 16. 16 becomes 32. How do you think that's happening?
They are using rule.
Okay, I'll help you. 4 into 2 is 8. Continue.
8 into 16.
Yeah. Then 16 into 2?
16. No. 16 into 33.
No. See here. 4. 4 into 2 is 8.
Yes.
8 into 2 is 16. So what is 16 into 2? 32.
Yes.
32 into 2, 64. So what will be the answer here? What should you multiply?
Into 64 into 2, ma'am.
64 into 2. 64 into 2, which is 128. Yeah, work the next one and tell me, Harini.
Ma'am, 256, ma'am.
256, very good. So 128, so 64 into 2, 128. And 128 into 2, 256. Okay. So you should present your answer like this. For A, 23 plus 3, 26. And 26 plus 3, 29. 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29. For B, 64 into 2, 128. 128 into 2, 256. So 4, 8, 16, 16 to the 32, 32 to the 64, 64 into 2, 128, 128 into 2, 256. Next question. Extend the patterns. Extend the patterns. Write the rule. Write the number of squares for the first one triangles for the second one needed for the 15th term. See, there are 3 questions. Extend the patterns. That is, you should write at least 2 more. Write 2 more at least. Extend the patterns. Then write the rule. Write the rule. Then you should write the number of squares. For the first one, you should write the number of squares. For the second one, you should write the number of triangles needed for the 15th term. Okay, so first let's. Yeah. First, let's extend the pattern in A. Okay, so 1 square. Once 1 into 1 is 1. 2 into 2 is 4. So 4 squares. 3 into 3 is 9. 3 into 3 is 9. So 3 rows and 3 columns. Then 4 into 4 is 16. 4 into 4 is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 4 columns. 16 squares should be there. Then
5 columns and 5 rows.
5 rows and 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first pattern, the diagram in the first one has only 1 square. 1 into 1, 1. In the second term, there are 4 squares. So 1 square, 1, 2 square is 4. In the third one, there are, yes, Navneet.
Ma'am, it's a 2 by 2 grid.
2 by 2.
Or 2 into 2, 2 into 2.
Oh, 2 into 2. Okay, the second one. Oh, yeah, okay, the second one. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so this one is, you can see here, you can count. You can count here. This is 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares are there. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. How 9 squares? For 3, why 9 squares? Because 3 square is 9. For 1, there's only 1 square. But for 2, there are 4 squares. How? Because 2 square is 4. For 3, there are 9 squares. How? Because 3 square, 3 into 3. 3 square means 3 into 3 is 9. That means from this pattern, we understand that the 4th term will have 4 into 4, 16 squares. The 5th term will have 5 into 5, 25 squares. So extend the patterns. It's enough. We have written 2 more and we have extended the pattern. This is enough. Write the rule. Write the rule. So can somebody say the rule?
Ma'am, it's increasing by 1. Oh, no.
Now, how did we find the
Ma'am, n plus
terms?
1. Ma'am, n plus 1.
No. What did we
Ma'am,
do?
Ma'am, 1 square, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
Harini?
Ma'am, 1 square, 1.
Correct. 1 square we did, then we did 2 square, then we did 3 square. So what will be the rule?
Ma'am, n square.
N square. I told you, no, you should replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be replaced with n. So what did we do? We did 1 square. For the first term, 1 square, 1. Then 2 square, 4. 3 square, 9. 4 square, 16. 5 square, 25. Replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with n. So the rule is n square. The counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they all will be represented by n. What did you do? 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, because 1 into 1, the first one has 1 square. The second one has 2 into 2, 4 squares. The third term has 3 into 3, 9 squares, and so on. So whatever is the position, first position, number of squares, 1 square. Second position, 2 square. Third position, 3 square. So the rule is n square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They should be replaced with n. So the rule is n square. The rule for the pattern is n square. Write the number of squares for the first one. Okay, so write the number of squares needed for the 15th term. How many squares will be in the 15th term?
Ma'am, 15 into 15.
Yeah, so you have answered this one. Next one,
Ma'am,
Harini will answer.
225.
Yeah. Okay, Navneet, you have answered the first question. B, Harini will answer. So even if you know it, you'll have to keep quiet. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Rule for the yes, Harini. How many squares? Tell me for the 15th term.
Roll number 15 into 15, ma'am.
Very good. Number of squares for the 15th term will be 15 square. Will be 15 square. That is 225. 15 into 15, which is 225. So we have answered all the questions for the first one. We do the second one now. See, this one is extending the pattern. I've written this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that there we are extending the pattern. Extend the pattern means in the question we can see only up to 3 terms. So you just write 2 or 3 more. You can write 1 more also. There is nothing that you should write only 2 more. You can write 3 more, 4 more. 2 is enough. 1 is not enough. You should write at least 2 more. So that's how we extend the pattern. Then write the rule. The rule is n square. Then how many squares are needed? 15 square, 225. So you answered all the 3 questions. In the second one, so there is one figure like this in the first term. Now, children, I don't want to spend time drawing. So like this. So there's one in the first term. I think I'll do it here itself. You can see there's only one like this in the first term, 2 in the second term, 3 in the third term. So in the fourth term, you will draw this figure 3 or 4 times, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and for the fifth term, you'll draw the same figure 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah, now I'll not spend time drawing all that, children. Okay, so you can do this. Extending the pattern, you can do it. Extending the pattern. So write the fourth and the fifth term. Fourth and the fifth term. So for the fourth term, you should draw this one 4 times, like 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. For the fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can extend the pattern. Next question is write the rule. Write the rule. Extend the pattern, you do it. That you do it. Rule. Rule for the pattern. The rule is, so how many triangles are there for the first one? In the pattern, the first term has how many triangles?
4, ma'am.
4 triangles.
Yes.
In this pattern, the second term has how many triangles?
Ma'am, totally 8.
Ma'am, 8.
Navneet, I told you, no, you answered the first one. This is for Harini.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah. So, how many triangles in the second one?
Ma'am, 8, ma'am.
Yeah, in the third one, how many triangles?
12, ma'am.
So, how many triangles will be in the fourth one?
16, ma'am.
So, which multiplication tables are you using now?
Ma'am, 4 table, ma'am.
4 tables. How did you get the first 4 into 1? You did, right?
Yes,
For the first
ma'am.
one, you did 4 into 1.
Yes.
For the first one, you did 4 into 1. For the second one, what did you do?
4 into 2.
For the third one?
4 into 3, ma'am.
So we should replace 1, 2, 3 with what?
4, ma'am.
No. I told you something.
N, ma'am.
N. To find the rule, 1, 2, 3, all that the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, that should be replaced with N. So what will be the rule for this pattern, Harini?
Ma'am, N square 4.
No. See here, this is the rule. 4 into 1, 4 into 2, 4 into 3. Take away 3 and just write N. So what is the rule?
4 into N.
That's all. 4N. Take away 1, 2, 3. 4 into N.
Yes, ma'am.
4N. The first term of the pattern has 4 triangles. Second one has 8. Third one has 12. So 4 means 4 into 1. 8 is 4 into 2. This is 4 into 3. To write the rule, we have to replace the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 with N. So 4 into N. 4N is the rule.
Yes, ma'am.
4N is the rule. Rule is 4N. Rule for the pattern is 4N. Next question, write the number of triangles needed for the 15th term. So number of triangles needed for the 15th term is equal to, yes, Harini, 15th term, how many triangles? How to find?
15 into 4, ma'am. 60 triangles, ma'am.
Correct, perfect. You should not say 15 into 4. The rule is 4N, no? 4 into 15 you must say.
Yes.
4, it's both are correct, is equal to 4 into 15 because 4 into 15, 60. Very good, Harini. Understood both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Why have I put dots? When I started, I put dots. Why? Will you put the dots like this?
No, ma'am.
What should you do?
Ma'am, we need to draw the figures.
Yeah, that extending the pattern, I did not draw. So you have to draw. Don't put dots like that.
Yes,
You should draw. You should continue. You should extend the pattern. So that I have not done. So I put dots. Okay. So we've answered all the 3 questions. Rule we have written 4N and the number of triangles needed is 4 into 15, 60. Very good. Create your own pattern with rectangles. Create your own pattern with rectangles. All right. So let me create a pattern. So you can try this. You can create different patterns. So I'll just, do one what I feel now. Rectangle. This is 1, 2, 3.
Ma'am, I don't think you can draw like this because it will become 7 sides then.
No. Okay, 1 minute. See, this is the in B, this is a pattern using triangles, right?
No, but that is rectangle. So if it's like stick
No, 1 minute.
together.
No, I'm just 1 second. This one is a pattern using triangles, but is this full thing a triangle?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's the meaning.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
it. You should use rectangles. You must use
Okay, ma'am.
rectangles and you can make any pattern. So I'm using rectangles.
Oh, okay. Ma'am.
Yeah, I'm using rectangles. I have many rectangles. I'm placing them. I have many rectangles like this. See, like this, I have many rectangles, identical rectangles. I have many identical rectangles like this. So for the first term, I'm placing one rectangle. For the second term, I'm placing two rectangles next to each other. To get the first term, I'm placing one rectangle. To get the second term, I have many rectangles, no identical rectangles. So I'm placing them together like this. For the third term, I'll place three rectangles. So what will be the fourth term? Four rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So create your own pattern using rectangles. So we've used rectangles everywhere and we've created a pattern. Next question. Write the number of rectangles used for each term. I'll just write one more. 1. Okay. So write the number of rectangles used for each term. What is the number of rectangles used for each term? So this is the pattern. Number of rectangles used for the first term is equal to 1.
1.
Second term is equal to
2.
third term is equal to
3.
Ma'am, 3.
3. Yeah. Fourth term,
4.
fifth term,
5.
so what is the rule used? How many rectangles? So first term, one rectangle. Second term, two rectangles. So what is the rule?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
1 into 1.
ma'am, n into
1 into n, ma'am.
Correct. The rule
Yes.
is simply n.
1 n.
Yeah, 1 into n or simply n. Because for the first one, it is 1 into 1. See, the 1 minute, I'll just tell you how this. For the first one, it is the first term into 1. For the second one, second term into 1. Third term into 1. Fourth term into 1. Fifth term into 1. So we have to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with n. We have to replace that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with n. So it will be n into 1, which is n. The counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you replace that with n. So n into 1, n is the rule. We have made a very simple pattern. You can make patterns like this. You try all this. So like you can make. We'll do it now itself. We'll do another one also. We'll do another one together now. So what is the rule?
Ma'am, n into 1 or simply
N into 1
n.
or simply n. Yeah, n into 1 or simply n. Okay, we'll do another one. So when you are doing it and when you're completing your classwork, you make a different, you write what we do in the class, plus you create your own thing. So you can look at this one. See the pattern, how a pattern is created using triangles. Like this, you can create a pattern using rectangles. Okay, so same thing, question number 3. All right. So you can draw, you can. I'm not very good at drawing, that's the problem. Okay, let's make it very simple. This is for the first term. For the second term. Third term. Fourth term, and so on. First term, second term, third term, fourth term. So the first question is, create your own pattern using rectangles. So we've used rectangles and we've created our own pattern. What's the next question? Write the number of rectangles used in each term. So number of rectangles used for the first term is equal to how many rectangles, children, for the first term? 2.
2 rectangles.
Yeah, second term?
4.
4 rectangles. Third term?
6 rectangles.
Fourth term?
8 rectangles.
Yeah. So you can write the fifth term also. I have stopped at 4. Next is we have to write the rule used. 1 minute.
Rule. N into
Yeah.
2. N into 2.
Very good. Both of you. Good, good. Yeah. So what is 2? 2 rectangles. For the first term, it is. For the first term, it is. You can write 1 into 2 or 2 into 1. For the first term, if you want to write the first. Okay, 1 minute. Let me put it like this. If you want to write 1, 2, 3, 4, like first term, second term, third term, fourth term. So for the first term, how many rectangles? 1 into 2, 2 rectangles. For the second term, 2 into 2, 4 rectangles. See, I hope you understand what I'm writing. I'm just writing the terms first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wrote the terms first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've written the terms first, then into what? Okay, so 1 into 2, 2 rectangles. 2 into 2, 4 rectangles. 3 into
2.
6 rectangles. 4 into
2.
8 rectangles. So you get 2 rectangles, 4 rectangles, 6 rectangles, 8 rectangles. And what have I told you? Replace that 1, 2, 3, 4 with n. Replace that 1, 2, 3, 4 with n.
Ma'am, does n represent number?
N represents n is the number of terms, like.
Ma'am,
N
is n
N is the particular term. Fourth term, fifth term, third term.
Okay, ma'am.
N represents a particular term. No,
Okay,
you
ma'am.
still have a doubt, Navneet?
No, ma'am, no. I don't have a doubt now.
So the next question is, what is the rule used? The rule used is equal to,
N into 2.
yeah, n into 2, which is 2n. Or you can write 2n straight away. Nothing that you should write n into 2. You can write 2n straight away. N into 2, which is 2n. Now, supposing you want to find the number of rectangles used for the 50th term. So 2 into 50. That is what is the meaning of n. If you want to find the number of rectangles for the 50th term, that means n is 50. 100th term, n is 100. So n is that the position. Okay. So you understand this is rough work, children. So if you want to write this, you write it in the rough column. This is all rough work. Yeah. So extend the pattern by drawing the next 3 terms. So you should be able to do that. That's homework. We'll see the answer in the next class. And the second one, look at the pattern and answer the questions. Okay. Extend the pattern by drawing the next 3 terms. Next 3 terms. Okay. Then how many sticks will be needed for the 4th term of this pattern, 10th term rule? Okay. Use subtraction and multiplication of variables to create your own number pattern, or write the. Okay. Yeah, I think this one can be given as homework. We'll see the answers in the next class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. In class practice questions, homework. We'll see the answers in the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Workbook. I'm just seeing if you can do this by yourself. I'll give it as homework. I'll just go through the questions. Write the next 2 terms. Extend, complete the table. Okay. I think in both I'll answer the last question. Here also in class, I'll do the third one alone. This is in class, children. In class, this is homework. 1 and 2 you do as homework. We'll do the third one here. Similarly, in the workbook, you do 1 and 2. Third one we'll do it now. Okay, so this is in class, third one. Use subtraction and multiplication of variables to create your own pattern, to create your own number pattern. Write the rule used. This is a number pattern. Number pattern meaning not using diagrams like this. These patterns, the patterns here, they use pictures or diagrams. See, there are patterns created using matchsticks. So here shapes are used to create patterns. Squares and triangles are used to create the pattern. You can also use only numbers to create patterns. Patterns can be created using matchsticks. Matchstick patterns we have. Patterns can be created using geometrical shapes like circles, squares, rectangles, triangles, parallelograms. Okay. So you can create a pattern using matchsticks, shapes, or just numbers also. You can just create a pattern using numbers. You don't have to actually use pictures in it. You can create a pattern simply using numbers. So here you have some rules for that. Use subtraction and multiplication of variables to create your own number pattern. So you don't have to draw diagrams here. Numbers, number pattern, and write the rule used. Okay, so let's start like this. You should start with a number. You must start off with a number. Write some number. That first number you can write whatever you want. Like I can write 15. Now they're saying use, okay, let me not take you can take big numbers, but let me just start off with 2. You should use these 2 operations, subtraction and multiplication, and create a pattern. So 2 is the first term. This is the first term, okay? Now the second one. To get the second one, use multiplication and subtraction. Or let me tell you the rule first. Now, for example, you want the first one like this, 1 into 1 plus 1. That's what I wrote actually. That's why I wrote 2. Okay, this is subtraction, no? Second. I've done with addition. Okay, so you can say like you start with the number 2 for the first term. Okay, for the first term means you should multiply 1. For the second term, you should multiply 2. Third term, 3. Fourth term, 4. So 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 4. And you should use subtraction also. So you can like say subtract 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So the rule is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 is replaced with n minus 1. This is your rule. 2n minus 1 is your rule. And we have created this pattern using multiplication. You can see a multiplication and subtraction. I'll tell you once again. I'll tell you the same thing again. You can do with any number. I just thought of the number 2. You should start with into 1 because for the first term it's into 1. For the second term into 2. For the third term, for the fourth term, the number is 2. And we've used multiplication. Now we should also use subtraction. You can say minus 5 also, children, nothing wrong. You should not that you should say 1. You can say minus any number you want. Minus any number you want. So you can say minus 5, but you should put the same everywhere. You can't change. See, this 2 is fixed. This 5 is also fixed. Only this one will change. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, only that will change. You can't change everything. Then that will not be a regular pattern. I'll write the same thing again. The same thing I'll write again. I said you fix any number in your mind, supposing 2, into 1 for the first term, into 2 for the second term, into 3 for the third term, into 4 for the fourth term. Should write the same number 2. Now, since they want, so we've used multiplication. Since they want us to use subtraction, you can just take away any number you wish, but everywhere you should take away the same number. So what do you get? 2 into 1, 2. Minus 5. What is 2 minus 5?
Ma'am, minus 3.
Minus 3. Then next one, 4 minus 5.
1. Minus 1.
6 minus 5.
1.
8 minus 5.
3.
Okay. So that's the answer. Answer. You can show this here. You can show what we have done in the rough column. You can show it here. So you should do 2 into 1 first. 2 minus 5 minus 3. 2 into 2. So you have created a pattern using multiplication and subtraction. So you must write the pattern like this. So the pattern is, the number pattern is, the number pattern is minus 3, comma, minus 1, comma, 1, comma, 3, and it goes on like this. It goes on like that. And the rule used is, I told you 1, 2, 3, 4 should be replaced with n. So 2n minus 5. Is it clear, Harini and Navneet?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, children, you need to practice this today itself. If you don't do it today and you try to do it after 1 week, you'd have forgotten. Then you will think I didn't teach you properly. If you have understood now, then I have done my job. If it's not clear, you can ask me now. I can do it again. But if you don't revise it today, certain things you should revise on. Mostly, it's better to revise on the same day you learn something new. That's very, very important. If you don't revise and leave it like that, you'll forget. Then after a week or 10 days, it's difficult to recall what you understood. Then it will become boring to study. You can practice, you can study only when you understand things. If you don't understand, it's so boring, no? What will you study when you don't understand things? So please do this classwork today itself. So this is one rule. Okay, so we'll do one more. So take any number, children. You can take minus 5 also. Let's do that. Let's do it minus, let's do it minus 3. Yeah. You take any number. So minus 3. So you should do minus 3 into 1, minus 3 into 2. You should fix that number minus 3. You can't change that. Then into 1, into 2, into 3, into 4. Then you should use subtraction because we've used multiplication. You should use subtraction. So say minus, we'll do minus 1 everywhere, minus 1. So only the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 will keep increasing, children. You must fix the other two numbers. You must fix. So you're considering the number minus 3. So it will be minus 3 everywhere. Then for the first term into 1, for the second term into 2, for the third term into 3, for the fourth term into 4. But they wanted to use subtraction also. Okay, let's subtract something. Anything you can subtract. So if you subtract 1, you should do the same thing everywhere. Everywhere you should do the same thing. Now what will be the answers? You should multiply first. You must multiply because bottom is first multiplication and then subtraction. So Harini, tell me the answer for the first two. Navneet will tell the answer for the last two.
Yes, ma'am. 2, 5, ma'am. 2 and 5. First one, 2, ma'am.
Harini, what is minus 3 into 1, Harini?
3, ma'am. Plus
3 ones are?
3 ones are 3, ma'am.
Amma, apro minus into plus?
Minus, ma'am.
Minus. So minus 3. Minus 3, minus 1. Same signs. Add.
4, ma'am.
And put the same sign.
-4, ma'am.
Yeah. So how do you calculate this? I'll show you again. When you multiply -3 into 1, 3 ones are 3, plus into minus, minus. Then -3, -1, same signs, add and put the same sign. So -4. Yeah, tell the next one, Harini. -6, then
-1, ma'am. -7. Answer is -1.
very good. Yeah, now Navneet.
Yes, ma'am. -3 into 3 is -9 and -9. -9 plus -1 is -10.
Okay, so -10.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
and the last one, -3 into 4, -12. And -12 plus -1 is -13.
All right. So the number pattern is the number pattern. This is not a picture pattern or a diagram pattern. It's a number pattern. The number pattern is -4, -7, -10, -13, and goes on like this. I forgot to put the dots here. Okay. Now, what's the rule, children?
Ma'am, -3 into n -1 or -3n -1.
Yeah. Rule uses -3n because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be replaced with n. So -3 into n -1. That is -3n -1 is the rule. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so that was in class third question. This is workbook third question. Yeah, workbook third question. I think now you both will teach me. You should use similar questions. See, you create your own number pattern with addition and multiplication of variables and write the rule. Should use addition and multiplication. There we used subtraction and multiplication. Here, addition and multiplication. Yeah, Harni, tell me any number.
2, ma'am.
2. Okay. Now you want to multiply, so you have to multiply 2 with
1.
1. You should multiply by 1 only. That's the first term. Then again you should multiply 2 with
2.
second term. 2 with
3.
third term. 2 with
4.
fourth term. And what do you want to add to everybody?
Ma'am, 3, ma'am.
2, huh?
3, ma'am. 3.
3.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to add 3 to everybody.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what will be the answer? Tell me all the answers, Harini.
5, ma'am.
Very good.
7, ma'am.
Good.
9, ma'am.
Very good.
11, ma'am.
Good. All right. So this is your number pattern. So the number pattern is 5, 7, 9, 11, goes on like this. So what is the rule used?
Ma'am, 2 into n plus 3.
Very good.
And then plus 3.
Very good, Harini. So I think both of you understood well. So this completes lesson 1 of block 21. Lesson 1 fully example, PQs in class and workbook.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let me just see what is in lesson 2 and plan and tell you. Stop the recording and